right, we are back at it with the Spark and Plug Talks. This is season 3. This is episode 2, and we're with some familiar faces. So our longtime listeners, shout out to Eric, will recognize Mr. 𝙎𝙤𝙖𝙨 from when he performed on season 1. I think it was like episode 2 or 3 or 4, something like that, of the Spark and Plug. And now he's back with some other dudes and they really, just rocked my ass clean off. It was fantastic. The beautiful thing, like I tell everybody, is it's always an amazing surprise for me to listen back to the actual mixed audio, because all I hear is usually drums and sometimes the guitar, ripped to Mike's bass. But with all that being said, me and Aaron extend our warm and loving caress to the boys and Anduril.
I feel caressed.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Everyone say hello like the Three Stooges. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
All right,
Hello.
that was good enough.
Go around and
Not
introduce
me.
yourselves, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, we won't go around.
Go in a line.
All right, we'll go in a triangle right here. I'm Gage, and I started this group, and I found these phenomenal gentlemen to do a job that no one wants to do, and they do it extremely well because they're very versatile, very disciplined. They show up in a way that makes me want to set my standards higher, and I'm super blessed to call them friends and comrades in the spiritual warfare that is this band, and they make me want to be an actual good musician.
All right, who's ready to run through some walls?
I'm going to popcorn it over to Mike first, since you've been kind of dealing with the dynamics of this project the longest, besides me, I believe.
Yeah, I'm Mike. I play bass for Anduril. I've been in the band since like October of 2019.
Mike, what other band are you in?
I'm in a new local 90s rock group called Animal Mother.
Do you like it?
Are they pretty cool?
Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody
got
stay
some dope
tuned for more
photos,
info on them.
some pretty great TikToks. Go check us out at Animal Mother OKC.
What's the nicest thing you can say about that band?
They got a really hot drummer.
I'm not saying they all have great looking asses, but I'm not also not.
Well,
not
that's you,
saying
Mike.
that.
You're the one that looks at them all the time. You're behind us. I mean, behind
Yeah,
them.
they
I heard that you
There's
guys
some
don't actually
pretty
practice.
great asses.
Like Animal Mother, they just do like front squats the entire rehearsal.
Well, if Mike would ever come to practice.
Yeah, that's sorry, guys.
Mike's been
He's too
catching
busy.
strays.
He's too busy coming
edging.
to Anduril practice.
I'll get snipped, I promise.
Uh,
For the band.
We'll hold you to that.
well, who's this third point of the triangle?
Yeah.
I'll popcorn it over to Jordan.
Yes.
popcorn.
Thanks for the spoiler. My name's Jordan. I play drums for Anduril, and Gage has been trying to get me to join for like 3 years, and I finally caved in.
Maybe longer than that. I
Correct.
joined the band that you were in the past, like with the secret hopes that you would help with this project.
I didn't
when it
know
was
that
more
until
embryonic.
recently.
But
What
I never
were
just
the,
told him that.
What were the subtle and not so subtle tactics Gage employed? In order to get you?
Okay.
He drove all the
silenced
way
him.
from Norman to Stillwater during my shift just to talk to me about it, like while I was working.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I
I'll
got a
think
hold
about
of
it.
And he wouldn't leave.
a mutual mentor that we had, and then he's like, just go to his job and beat the doors down. So that's what we did. It was great.
Obviously
But
it
also
worked.
the other things we've employed are like, chemical abuse, gaslighting, several hours
Interesting.
spent away from sunlight.
All good things for building relationships.
All good things.
Freezing
all
his
good
bank
things.
account.
Those are good foundations.
Yeah, and tremendous slander as well.
I did this at my own will, I promise. He didn't?
I trained him to say that.
Yeah. I mean,
Good job.
Are you gaslighting us now?
I don't know.
The world may never
Am I
know.
reverse gaslighting you with good intentions?
it's okay here.
We'll think about that. We'll think about that, folks.
Yeah, but
Listening
Jordan
at home.
has been quite a blessing, because one of the toughest things to really get in alignment was a person who wants to not only like play the parts that I write, but inject their own personality into it and take it a bit further. So since the goal is to be like pretty versatile and to have a lot of moments of stamina and moments of
The music itself definitely is.
On top of that, he got the entire set down more or
Really
less in like
fast.
4 practices.
really fast.
Nice.
With some genres you'd never really played before, like funeral doom, and which is probably the only one you haven't actually delved into before because you're pretty versatile beforehand. But yeah, it's just been great. It's been super great having him in to jump through, and he's shining in the set right now. So I hope you'll hear that in the recording, and I hope you'll definitely see and feel and hear it whenever we perform these as like a live healing ritual of doom.
Is that? Are you unbelievably excited about that prospect potentially coming true within the next month or so?
Oh, I think there's a time that in my vision I have an idea of something. It's like a forest. It's like this dream I've had where we're underneath like a pecan grove almost, like in a ranch, in a valley, and maybe there's a rainbow in the background. But it's a little while from now, specifically in April, because that's when the trees look really cool towards the end of spring, and I am excited about the potential and maybe the definite manifestation
of
Hashtag 420.
Never mind. I was like, what an oddly specific dream.
Yeah,
It also corresponds to a lot of things.
I had this dream, and I woke up at 11:11, and
Uh-huh.
you called me and told me to play for something like that, but it has yet to come true.
Fantastic.
So of course we're excited. No,
We got a prophet over here.
That's right. I'm a minor prophet in the Catholic
Ooh.
apocryphal text. So if any of you have been to Catholic school, you know about the Book of 𝙎𝙤𝙖𝙨, and I think this show was a part of that book.
You are a master of the minor prophet
Yeah.
in the Catholic schools?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like problematic? Minors in the Catholic school?
Uh-oh. I'm not that kind of Catholic.
Oh.
I'm a reluctant Polish Catholic. Like, I'm forced to be a Catholic by the government unless I, like, openly declare apostasy.
It's for tax
So-
breaks.
Yeah, that's true.
Does Anduril fall underneath that?
I think so, yeah. We are tax exempt right now.
So technically you're classified as what, a Polish Catholic band?
Yeah, and when you find the visuals and the thematics in our singles and in our lyrics, you'll find that that's very much in alignment.
With Poland.
Yeah.
When you started the idea of Anduril, Gage, was the full intention to eventually find 2 other bandmates? Or do you have plans to further expand Anduril in the future?
Yeah. I want to start as a 3-piece because I want to make sure we manage that stage energy really well and that we have a strong chemistry that we can build up from, you know. I'm sure you know that there's like a chemical balance that happens between the brains and minds and muscles of people in a shared room.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, I want to build a foundation with these guys and just have a rhythm section first. Because in the past, it was like, you know, one of the typical prog metal setup of like keyboards, a stringed guy with an electric violin, also next to his keys, and
That's
another
the
guitar,
typical-
like a pit musician, another guitar player who can also handle leads, also do vocals. We're gonna force Mike to learn how to growl and sing a bit more openly, so he can help me out.
I was
on his side.
going to talk to you about that. I want to
Alright,
start
good.
doing backup vocals.
There we go. And Jordan's
We did it
gonna
one
have-
practice, and that was
Ooh,
it.
you're gonna have like a Mike Portnoy and Braun Daler type of swivel around microphone, and you'll do your opera thing.
No.
Smash Bros. Okay, we'll work on that.
No.
I guess I have to gaslight him more, but I always.
I was going to say there's just a lot of forcing of the hands here in Anduril.
Yeah, look at his hand. He told you it's from his cat, but that's actually the lashings from not listening to my orders.
Oh, no. You have such a small lash.
It's actually 4
Micro
cats.
lashings.
Yeah,
good
but
for the body.
no, it's I think this is like really where I want to start and dive in for a long time. I think the next thing would be another guitar player to fill out
Right
the
on.
stage. But it was extremely difficult to find people who could really step up to like the rhythm section of what I've written. 'Cause-
You've told me before, but you'll have to tell me again. What do you classify your music as? It sucks to pigeonhole anything.
No,
but
sure, sure.
What is the genre?
I see for Anduril, I would keep it specifically or even strictly under the name of like anything that's classified as dynamic, melodic, progressive metal.
Okay.
Which gives you a lot of freedom, right? When you
Yeah.
throw prog in there, you can kind of do whatever the hell you want for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
like look at Sleep Token this year. Like, I haven't heard anyone like do really heavy tunings, really great vocal arrangements and everything, and then throw in like trap beats, and it still be like technically like prog metal.
Mhm.
And they're like one of the biggest bands that's circulating right now. Still, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
As long as they're still together, right? Didn't they like clear all their Instagram out and said nothing lasts forever or something like that?
Did I miss that?
That's pretty cool.
I think
When
they
did that
did just recently.
Oh,
I mean,
crap.
within the past week.
I mean, I know they're still active because they're still releasing like signature guitars and stuff, but you know what I mean. But that gives you a lot of freedom.
I think Jordan was about to speak.
Oh, please.
No, it's just funny to do that.
Oh, he was just trolling us. Never mind. That was like
rubbing his whiskers on it.
Does Mike and Jordan, do you guys come from a similar background?
Listening or playing?
Well, why not take apart both?
So listening wise, one of the things that like led me to reach out to Gage when I hadn't talked to him in a while because he graduated from ACM before me was that I knew he was working on a project and I was like really eager because we both have very similar tastes in music. We both love Opeth. We both love Mastodon, bands like that.
Are those probably the biggest influences for this project?
I would say Opeth is super heavy. There's definitely Mastodon influence among many other bands, but those were two of the ones that me and Gage had talked about in like depth. And, I'd heard him play, I played in a band or two with him at ACM, and then I knew he was working on a project. And when I hadn't heard from him in a while, I was like, hey, how's it going? Where's this at? Because he seemed pretty actively like working on it towards the end of ACM. So I was hoping that like, I was just waiting for music to hear. When I reached out to him, he had started recording stuff, but he didn't like have a full lineup. He was more or less recording or like programming everything with, you guys starting out.
Shout out to Bison Tail.
Shout out to Bison Tail Studios
I remember
in Wellston,
those.
Oklahoma.
Big kiss.
But I reached out to him and we
Jordan
talked
said
for like
yeah.
2 or 3 hours. And then by the end of the conversation, I was just kind of his bass player. And that was like October of 2019.
Wow.
So like listening wise, we have like very similar tastes. At least at the time of my starting, we both have very different tastes, but we have like a core, spot where we both listen to the same library quite a bit.
Are there any genres in particular that you guys not butt heads over, but like, Mike, maybe you like a lot more than like Gage likes? Or, Jordan,
That's a good
same question.
I bet we could all answer that.
And that's not like a
I don't have
poking
a
question. It's just,
My
I like
tastes are
hearing
different
about
than
it.
both of theirs, I think.
Really?
I like more
would
like
agree.
hardcore, like two-step in music.
Does.
Like
Hate breed.
that's a little old.
You probably played with Hatebreed at some point.
Yeah. Like just mindless, like the 2007, 2008, like crab chord,
Oh, yeah.
like old Devil Wears Prada and all that stuff.
Yeah, the minor second all over the place.
The first time I met Gage was at ACM, and our teacher, Danny Hargis, was like, what do you like to listen to? And I said Animals as Leaders, and Gage was like sexually attracted to me.
Yeah.
And I think that was the moment he's like, I need this guy.
He does that.
And for some reason, I played blast beats at the first practice, and he's like,
And they were really clean.
and then
And we would jam
Gage-
sometimes, and it
Yeah.
was just
saw
like
stars
clean.
and was like, this is it for me, guys.
Yeah.
and
Gage skipped the edging.
so yeah, we kind of have two different. I feel like we would not get along during a car ride with our music selection, even though we play metal.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a mutual agreement. Like we're still playing metal,
Yeah.
but it's like
Pretty
Opeth.
vastly
I mean,
different.
Opeth's not bad. They're pretty good. But like we definitely sound like them, which is not. I don't know. I'm gonna
But
stop
you-
talking. I get myself in trouble.
You bring your own. You bring your own flavor
Correct.
to Anduril, and it makes
Dutch
it its
Bros.
own.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Anduril, the newest flavor from Dutch Bros. Anduril. It's
I need to get
just
sponsored by them.
it's
ASAP.
just lead paint
Made a
in a
horse
cup.
sound.
It's lead paint chips in a cup.
Back to the question, Gage leans like, I think I listen to more math rock than he does. Not that
sure.
like he doesn't like it, but that's definitely a lot more where my general listening is spent. Which like he's not, he's very technically talented. He just doesn't listen to it as much. And because I have been on a car ride with Gage, a pretty long one. He appreciates some pop music much more than I do,
Mm.
like newer pop music.
Like 21 Pilots.
That's not what. Who was it? Was it? We listened to. An
I still
entire
remember when
album
we were
on
going to
the
play
way
that
back.
gig, Garge, and you were like, "Why the fuck are we playing 21 Pilots?"
One of the newer
We-
females
Yeah, we
singers
played
that are super.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah,
on
we
the way
listened to an
back,
entire
actually.
Phoebe Bridgers album, and I don't have anything against her. She's
Punisher.
talented. It's just
and you
not.
didn't want to kill yourself? Not because the music sucks,
Well, we
but because
also
that's what
listen
it
to
leads you to.
Opeth pretty regularly.
It's not my listening preference. Very talented, just not something I would listen to by of my own volition.
Gotcha.
Maybe Gage started developing that taste for pop when he was doing all the painting at Pinoz. What is that place?
And his love for the
Pino's.
classic
Pino's palette.
There might be a little dust on the bottle.
Oh yeah, you guys
love
used to
that
troll
one.
me with that really hard. Didn't we have to play that at some point?
No, we were
No.
thinking about
One of
playing
Dylan's
it.
gigs,
No,
yeah.
we played and we were swinging.
Oh no!
I wish Jared
Still
was
haunts
here.
Mike's.
Oh no!
There's a little
hear-
girl.
In our neighborhood.
Yeah, that's why
that's scary.
Mike named his kid Ember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, straight from that song.
John Anderson lit the fire within him, an ember, you could say. Sorry to out you like that, Mike.
Oh man, I love how we've just been memeing on each other the whole time. This is great.
What is society, if not one large
Beautiful.
meme?
We live in a soy society.
The so how long have you been planning Anduril? And the name comes from Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, it's a
Just
sword.
to dispel all the rumors out there, because I've seen so much shit on Twitter and on your YouTube comments about debating where the name comes from, and I just want to set the record straight. It comes from
It's
Lord
an
of
old
the Rings.
family name,
straight
actually,
up. Oh yeah,
from
Okay,
Poland.
That's what I thought.
yeah.
Well, J.R.R. Tolkien, he got it from, he created the language, but there's no,
He did.
there's maybe like a 0.01% chance that name existed beforehand, just in randomness. So maybe you had an ancient ancestor, and it was, I don't know.
Golly,
Could be
not get
anything.
in too much of a tangent. In Norse myth, there's all the names of the dwarves that he talked about were said in the Prose Edda that the names of those dwarves would be known for the rest of the world. And
Checkmate.
and he
Right
made
there.
those names extremely popular with his fantasy novels, right? So that came true. But I think even though I still kind of struggle personally to keep up with what's actually required to do this project really, really well, the idea has been brewing for a really, really long time. I think it's just because of how specific it is. It's been really, really hard to get really noticeable momentum. So
I think it's hard enough just being motivated to continue chipping away at it.
I think, well, motivation is nice when you have it, but you can't really rely on motivation to get things done. It's something that I learned, and I wish I realized that a lot sooner, because I never gave up on the idea of doing it. I think over time I just realized that patience is what you do in the meantime, and not just idly waiting for something to happen. So while I struggled to find lineup, struggled to learn the skills I needed to record what was in my head effectively, or make it appealing to anyone that's actually willing to put time or resources into it, I just found ways to diagnose weaknesses and actually make the project something that was worth investing in for anyone that actually adheres to the sound or sees it as potentially becoming something impactful. Because at the end of the day, I just want it to be really emotionally impactful for people. To just reciprocate a lot of that influence that I've had and that these guys have had undoubtedly, from not only our biggest inspirations, musically, but just from, those really big, aha or transformative moments in life and living, relationships, tragedies, whatever. We're trying to lean really hard into that with this sound.
And that's in your, you're not only conveying that feeling, but it's also one you portray in your music, right?
As much as possible, yeah. And I'm not afraid of overstepping that too much. I'm literally branding these shows as like a live healing ritual. It's done through this dynamic metal formula.
It's like Sun-O, but if they were good.
Right. I mean, if Son-O, who would have 2 shirts of that band?
Why would they steal a
3
name
LPs.
from a fucking amp company?
Yeah,
didn't they
a
know they
cringe
weren't,
amp company.
Didn't they think that anybody was going to
Sun
catch
amps
on to
don't
that?
even Sun
Fucking, that's a
amps.
star. Come on.
That's true. But Sun amps, they don't even gent, so
Stupid.
you can't play periphery on them,
They're
so
too
they're kind
mid-rangey.
of worthless. Yeah.
They're pretty brittle.
Model T. It's more
I bet Jared Dimes can
model
figure
shit.
it out.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Dick Beat Offo doesn't know shit.
That's true.
Bert Hull hasn't discovered Sun amps yet,
Dick Biafo
so they're not popular yet.
has no interview with Stephen O'Malley from Sun, so they must not be that good. Which also we don't
Exactly.
either, so we must really, really suck.
Or they don't have an interview with you.
Also, he didn't interview Peter Steele, so Dick Biafo missed out
Pretty
on
fucked
that.
up.
Is that the guy from Steel Panther?
Same level of corniness, but it's typo negative.
No, it's Gage's favorite porn star.
That's true. That's true.
Peter
Interesting.
Steele from Steel Panther.
Peter Steele from Steele Panther.
Well, you know. it
But
is
that's
what
a
it
really
is.
good question, Dylan. Like, I know you guys have seen me go through a bunch of different iterations of how I've tried to approach this, and I'm just really insanely happy to say that through the mutual support of, like, especially these guys and you guys, just making sure I could occupy myself with stuff that was going to grow the vision. And now
I mean,
that
it's
we've got
got to
the
be
help,
a
it's
lesson
here.
in perseverance.
Oh, it is.
Because when did you start writing what
I
would become
started
Anduril stuff?
writing Anduril specifically when I was like 17, like in the summer. So
So
almost 10
30 years ago.
And I have a lot of stuff written. I actually adjusted like the material we're playing now for like the Wings album was stuff that I intentionally created as like not a dumbing down of the sound by any means, but I wanted to make it more accessible than what I wrote when I was younger. As they're all over the place. Jordan is laughing because he remembers me training him for one of these songs called Seven Sword. And just the footwork on that was, I mean, would you call it? It was a foot job for sure, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
It was a mighty foot job.
that's not why I'm laughing.
I know. Well, don't worry.
He called you old, and that was funny.
That's just, yeah. I am older than you guys.
I'm
Except
the oldest,
for Jordan. Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
exponentially older.
Oh yeah, I forgot Jordan was older than me.
That's true.
supposedly.
Jordan's 47.
Fuck.
We're in our late 20s.
My joints are 65.
I turned 30 this year. It's pretty sad.
Damn,
It's
dude.
useless.
I know. I'm about to. Yeah.
You're almost retirement age.
Eric's
You're
Eric's
almost retirement
60.
age. Fuck you.
Hey, he's still in 2 bands.
Tell him, Eric.
He's a youngin.
I hope the mic got that.
Sorry, guys. His sciaticus hurting. He couldn't come and sit down today.
Yeah, he was trying to phase the mics for the overheads. Like, oh man, my sciatica.
It's like, where the fuck is Dylan? He need to be doing this shit.
I need the Fent cart to heal the pain.
You know, it happens.
That was so good. I'm gonna probably press Aaron for a question or two here.
Yeah.
Wait,
'Cause these
hold
are-
on a minute. This isn't how this shit works.
How the
you don't ask me
turn
questions.
tables.
Back to Dylan. No, I give you the floor for a question or two.
Oh, Gage. You,
He set everything up. You want him to ask questions too? Shit.
Yeah.
I already gave you my questions for you, Gage. And
Nice.
You know what they are, and they still haven't been answered yet, so I'm waiting for
Oh,
those.
from the last
Oh,
episode.
I know what they are.
So,
We'll just have to replay it. Like, can we like
yeah, we'll
beam
put a
in
snippet
that
in.
episode?
We'll put a snippet in.
ice.
Yeah, editor, take the old.
So when are you going to get a
episode
4x12? You know, roll with this 1x12 configuration?
as
or you
much
gonna
as I
get a
can.
4x12?
I'm gonna get a 2x12 first.
Are you going to work your way up?
I don't.
He thinks we'd be too powerful with 2 4x12s on the stage.
And I gotta stick it in blue lightning as well. You know,
It'd be really powerful.
so
Might
much
kill
power.
someone.
And I'm way louder than Mike,
And-
anyways.
yeah.
Mike always needs to turn up because he's a nice guy, but I always have to be told to turn down. Which isn't that something we learned at ACM? It's never a compliment to be asked to turn down, but it's an insult. And I guess I just like being insulted.
I just like
so.
being complimented, so I always start out at
You're just a
0
sucker for
and like
punishment.
keep waiting for people to ask me to turn
Yeah.
up, so that I'm like, oh wow, they really like me, and then I just keep slowly turning it up until somebody like just gives up.
Well, you just got it all figured out, don't you, Mike?
I am a genius.
Nice.
I spec'd this
yeah.
out years ago. That's the main
Fantastic.
thing I learned from ACM is how to get free compliments.
Well,
Beautiful.
and that's all we really need in life.
So
isn't
you
it?
just start out at 0? and
Start at
just-
0, and it's like, hey, I can't hear you. Can you turn up? And it's like, wow, they think I sound good. Let me turn up some. I turn it up to
But-
0.5, and then
But because
ask
they
me
just
again.
said, I can't hear you, wouldn't it lead you to believe that they don't know if you're good or not?
No, if you're asked to turn up, you heard Gage. If they ask you to turn up, it's a compliment.
Well, I think that's correlation.
He
not
said if
causation.
you
That's
asked to turn
that's
down,
a
it's a
direct
compliment.
quote from
No, he
our,
said if it's
our
a-
bachelor's degree.
If
We're
they
quoting
ask
Joe
you to
Gillian.
turn down, it's an insult.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
best
think that
compliment.
means the vice versa.
no,
is true.
it does. They said it's a compliment if they ask you to turn up. It's never. It's,
I missed that class at
did you,
This is
ACM.
hot
miss?
takes.
You
This
were
is
in
hot.
live performance.
That's okay. And I just said I missed it.
You did. Wrong degree path.
Yeah. This
Apparently.
is the most
I didn't learn the
relaxed
right
I've
way.
ever felt jumping into one of these. This is like probably the best
What, a kiddie
capture
pool?
of what
What, the chaos?
A wade through of life.
A lot of chaos candy.
life. If you can't take the body heat, stay out of the freezer of fate.
You want to know a funny story about Gage?
Do tell.
Yeah.
Birdman.
Back in the band, he joined just for the sole purpose of taking me.
It turned into more
He
than that. I enjoyed a lot of
he
it.
kind of
This is like
Not
Gage's
really a-
version of Love Story.
not really annoyed the shit out of me, but he kind of bugged the crap out of me. Like
Oh, yeah.
I told Gage that
That's
every day
interesting.
he comes to practice, he needs a word limit, and if he caps
true.
at that word limit, he's not allowed to speak because I was. He had his
The
condition not under control back then.
I
His
li-
hemorrhoids.
He doesn't quite yet either.
I like the distinction between he annoyed the shit out of me and then bugged the crap out of me.
Yeah, this is a friendly,
It's just
family
like
friendly.
one
It's just a
level
little-
lower.
We'll
Yeah,
cut
it's
that
just a little
part out.
crap. It's not
we'll-
shit.
We'll cut that part out.
And then he asked me to join his group. I was like, no. And then he
He showed
asked
up
me
to his
again. I
door
was
with like a holy Bible and
No.
was like, "Can I have a moment of your time, sir?"
So
yeah.
I mean, when
I
I
thought-
first spent like quality time with Gage, he slept naked to me.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, that's true. Went on that
Yeah.
camping trip.
And so that was off to a wrong foot. And I was like, man, this guy's
Wrong foot.
weird. Then he grew on me, and I was
In the
then I
tent.
looked forward to him sleeping naked to me.
Yeah. And he's got
You're a brave soul.
he's able to communicate with raccoons
Yeah,
And people now.
yeah.
Holy
That's an added
I
bonus.
can.
We saved that family.
Yeah, he just leveled up.
We
and
did save
communicating
that
with
family.
humans.
So for anyone that doesn't have context for that, Aaron and Dylan and I
So
went
everybody.
on a float trip, down to what was it?
Illinois
the Illinois River, yeah, in Tahlequah. And there was this family when we got to the end of our trip back to our campsite that was just like maybe about a half mile down the stream.
They
just
were
was being so
struggling.
mean to the husband.
Yeah.
They were
in a
struggling.
We were
yeah,
walking
that
back up
husband
and the
was
wife was
neutered.
like-
she was
She was like,
man.
he
You're
can't
not a
fucking
man.
swim. I can't believe
You
look how
guys
big
talked
he
to a
is. He
family
can't
of
fucking
raccoons?
So
swim.
we weighed down there and we helped them walk
Wow.
back up to where
Yeah,
they
dude,
can
they were
actually walk.
And we were like,
You were talking about raccoons and you started talking about this family. I was like,
Well, that was
what?
the raccoons that were eating all our food when we were like reined in.
It was just an
trying to
interesting
get the car.
transition. You went from talking about raccoons
Yeah,
to
he
talking
was-
about this whole family that you saved, and I was
there
like,
was a
family
big
of
fat
raccoons?
raccoon eating our chips at our campsite.
Yeah.
We woke up during a rainstorm.
Yeah,
'cause
sleep
it
in the
was raining
Lexus.
on us. Because I packed up the tent and I was like, oh man, this is taking up a lot of the trunk. But oh well, if I take out the rain tarp, it actually fits pretty good. It's not gonna rain, and it rained
And it rained.
because I guess because God gives his hardest battles to his toughest warriors, and right then and there we were
Gage
the
just
toughest
couldn't
warriors.
fucking sleep in the back of the car, dude. He kept on waking up like every 20 minutes and like rocking the car and shit.
And I had to wake up every
grunting.
20 or 30
Yeah, but
minutes and
do you-
turn the car off because otherwise we run out of gas. But
But
it was also like 95 degrees outside, so I had to start it so we'd have AC.
Oh yeah,
Didn't sleep much.
I went on a tour
was
with this
rough.
guy all the way to California,
that's true.
and the only way he slept was
Naked and afraid.
doing what he's doing now until he just passed out. Just drank.
Yeah, it's drink.
drink until he passed out. Naked.
We got to the
we had the
destination,
NyQuil
and
and
he
the ZZ.
and he was sleeping
40
in
to
the
50%
RV.
of all American men do that.
You didn't know we were there because you just
Yeah, we've
We're
been
here,
driving
Gage,
for
wake
like
up.
12 hours. I got up and
we were
ran
sleeping for like
somewhere.
12. Also,
When? Which spot?
the first spot when we got there, we're like,
When we
Gage,
got to
wake
like
up.
San Jose?
Yeah, let's go in and eat. And
Yeah.
yeah, you're just
No, wait, no.
dead.
I got up and ran that morning. Did I
You
go back
ran?
to sleep?
Like,
I ran. I
like
ran.
jogged?
Yeah, for like exercise.
wow.
And it was an interesting neighborhood.
cringe, right?
Yeah, that's a dangerous neighborhood to
Thought
run
he
in.
was talking about the country.
He probably had no idea where it was. Oh, what a nice, lovely neighborhood.
I
There's
ran
a
all
Why
the
is
way
this
up
man
on-
running naked through our neighborhood?
If I was an
That's it.
Iranian, I'd be weirded
That
out.
crisp morning dew felt pretty good. Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff on that trip. But
What plans do you have for Anduril in the future? I mean, so you just did a Spark and Plug. You finally got the lineup together.
yeah,
You've been hammering away at these songs. You've been perfecting these things. You guys have been practicing for what, like 6 months?
No,
no, not quite that
no
long.
fucking way.
I
2
gotta,
months?
I gotta be honest. It gave me some pretty good butterflies to be on like camera with these guys for the first time. I think like it felt almost like, at least when I was playing through the set, My hands are sweatier than normal. Like all these different things.
What
go
was
up,
the
but Jordan
first
just
song?
powered through it.
Fucking rookie.
I know. I did feel like a rookie.
What was the first song?
So it's called the full title is Resolution 7, but in like Roman numerals, reflection,
I very
parentheses,
much-
Galder's piece.
I like the part where you were
underscore XX.
underscore underscore X.
Dot JPEG.
Okay, we'll put that in the title notes below.
Oh, wave. I mean,
Dot wave.
AIFF.
MP2.
And the I really like the part where you were tossing your hair real hard because it provided a wonderful fan effect on me. As I
Well,
was
you're wearing
filming,
that
'cause it's
hoodie.
getting
Did
a
you smell
little
that
warm
suave?
in here.
Suave.
just
I
for
smelled
men.
something, but something was cooking. That's for sure on that stage.
There's some
the,
rotisserie chicken
those-
being grilled
those-
inside of my
Those
scalp.
leather pants were steaming up some broccoli in there, man.
It's cauliflower, but
God damn. So
To answer your
God.
question, we didn't start actual rehearsals like full time until like October.
yeah.
So we might have 13
Few
Yes.
months.
Yeah, like 12 or 13 like full rehearsals in.
Well, that's fantastic.
But there is like a 40-minute set that's
They're lucky
really
I'm
good.
good.
And I need to work at yeah. Lucky you're gay.
Good.
Oh, okay. I was not.
News to me.
I mean, maybe not like shocked, but I figured you'd like be bi if anything.
Good for
Maybe.
him. Wow.
This is the
Thanks for
time,
saving
Jordan.
that moment to come out on the podcast.
Yeah.
What a
Appreciate it,
safe.
man.
I'm available
proud.
for.
You just
We
hyped up
provide
the
a safe
algorithm.
environment.
You wouldn't believe what
Yes.
this drummer says.
Fantastic. What a great thumbnail.
Have a really clickbaity like. I can't believe he said this.
Yeah, don't worry. Nothing will come out of it because we'll just put a bunch of ads in front of it.
Oh, please.
And you'll be like,
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm.
Did you
And then
know
it'll be like-
Danks
it'll be
has
like,
the shittiest shit?
Whopper.
Thank you to our sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp has the best mental
That's
services
the best
you can ask
ad.
for.
It's a Whopper one.
Gay.
Like, should there be a Paycom ad in this somewhere?
I think I could spec that up.
All right, cool.
Paycom is hiring.
I have AIDS.
Nice.
Jordan
More
has AIDS.
layoffs this Monday.
You just go there.
Oh, Mike.
And in the payoff
Well,
hiring process,
By the way, my name's not
Everybody
actually
in the
gets
Mike.
AIDS.
Paycom hiring process,
You
we hire
cannot
anyone.
find me.
I'm gonna get
Even
like ads
Jordan,
for like
who has AIDS.
AIDS. I don't know, or like Magic Johnson.
Jordan,
Johnson
please
ads.
don't breathe too much on our microphone.
Sounds like there's been too much magic on your Johnson.
we can't
No, that
You
sterilize
could say
it.
that. You also could say that. You know, I have AIDS.
I was thinking about having some like telling my. I already
touched
told my
his drum
coworkers we
set,
were
man.
doing this, but like now I'm not gonna tell them. Possibly,
Why?
I'll get canceled.
For
Is
what?
it because I screwed up one of my pedal switches?
What is your
That's
boss?
definitely yeah. That's
your-
definitely why.
Is your boss going to listen to this and he's going to be like, Mike, you haven't represented Paycom properly?
Which boss?
I
I have a
don't
lot
know.
of bosses.
Send it to Chad Richardson and see if he says
You have a
anything.
Boss compressor. It sounds pretty good, actually.
You have a
the
boss
wrestler,
compressor,
Chad Richardson?
Actually, it sounds really
I
good.
think I could do that.
I'm a music nerd. That's a music thing.
I am Jordan.
Can't cancel anyone for having AIDS, Mike.
This is
It's-
not
it's
an
time to
official
play-
Paycom ad.
It's not the 80s anymore, Mike.
It's
It's
time
the-
to play
it's the-
League of Legends for
it's
8
the-
hours straight and then 2 hours gay because I'm Jordan.
That's me.
2 hours gay.
Life is about balance.
Life is a highway.
Sometimes you just gotta afford your time. That
Sometimes
gonna
you just
try to
gotta
give yourself
ride
that
it
time.
all night long.
Yeah.
All night long.
I think we're going to cover that.
We're gonna get this episode back, and it's gonna be like 15 minutes of like 45, just because of everything Dylan had to cut out.
I didn't say
I'm not
anything.
cutting out shit.
Beautiful.
Please. Unless I.
You think I get paid enough for that? I don't get paid anything, motherfuckers.
Editor, can you sync up the Whopper song to Aaron whenever he said it a few minutes ago?
No,
That
we'll,
would be
we'll
epic.
get copyrighted. Already ran into a problem with that.
Sorry, I'm nervous.
Just add an extra O.
So I just say things
There you
like,
go. Yeah.
I have AIDS.
Whooper, 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 whooper.
What's the what are the future plans for Anduril after you guys
Okay.
cover the Whopper
world
song?
domination?
After you guys cover Life is a Highway and the Whopper song.
Yeah. After we cover
Exclusive
those,
releases here on the Bison Tail
which I guess
Productions
we'll have
Network.
to tune them down a little bit, and we'll have Jordan sing his opera voice again with his Brondaler mic, which
I
he's
do have
already
I have an
agreed
opera
to
voice,
in a blood contract.
but
Fantastic.
I
He
won't do
actually
it now.
does.
I do.
It's pretty good. Like he can do the Smash intro pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The melee Smash Bros. But okay,
Hey man,
future
we're all
plans.
here. Let's hear it.
No.
The biggest thing we want to do is make sure that like we're carving into our ecosystem like 100 true fans. That's the biggest thing. People we can measure is like taking true fan activities. Like
I've watched
they're
that TED Talk.
all bought in. I think
Didn't
I
that
know
one
what you're
chick
talking
talk
about
about it?
too. Yeah,
She's like,
and I
all
don't
you
know
need
if
is 1,000 true fans throughout your
well,
entire
people will
career.
say that, and then they have it as like this this hard and fast, like when you have 1,000 true fans, like, oh, you should have enough income to like leave your day job or something. But I don't think that's
Fake
the
news.
As an
point.
individual, yes. As a 3-piece band, that's not reasonable.
Well, and I
Like
think
1,000
that,
true fan or like super fans, as they've been.
What even
said in
is
the
a
past.
super fan?
Somebody
I
who's
mean,
willing to pay $100, like who will spend $100 a
Yeah.
year. So if you have 1,000
100.
super fans, that's $100,000 a
Those
year.
motherfuckers are
Which-
not popping out of the ground, man.
which for me, I don't
they are
like.
hard to cultivate.
Initially, like I want to.
Inflation's such a bitch, you know.
Well,
That's
and
true.
Who wants to spend money on
Oklahoma
music?
City just doesn't appreciate music the way it should.
And they don't like people
Uh-oh.
with
It's a call
AIDS.
out.
Ask Jordan.
Hey,
That's true. I guess they're a little bigoted. Thanks, Stit.
not the hardcore scene.
But I don't want to measure it in money starting out. I want to measure it in like just, actual connection, feedback, like literally have an
Showing
Excel
up.
spreadsheet made of like, how they show up, what they engage in. And if they spend anything that we have available, like that's wonderful. I'll encourage them to do it. And then I'll like get them into a really hard gripped sales situation, like, say the Stratton Oakmont guys, to where they feel morally obliged to pay me whatever I want, because I'm holding on to stocks that govern their net worth. That's ultimately how we're going to build our true fan base first, just like the guys did back in the day at Stratton Oakmont.
Interesting.
I don't know half the stuff you just said.
So it's kind of like
whatever.
a timeshare.
Yeah, it is. And if you come over to
It's kind of like an Anduril timeshare.
that's what I'm actually doing when I go skiing. I'm doing.
You're doing
like
an
a timeshare.
Anduril multi-level marketing scheme as well.
Yeah. It's called. What's the biggest like Ponzi scheme right now?
Herbalife.
Is Herbalife still going?
Still?
Dude, okay,
NFT
take this
still a
take
thing?
this into consideration. This is blowing my mind, and I can't find answers online.
Well, we want to do that.
Take this into consideration, okay? Every single little town that you drive through has 1 to 3 of these, whatever they're called.
Nutrition
There's one here in Wellston called 66 Nutrition. There's like 2 or 3 over in Chandler. They're called like Boomtown Nutrition, something Nutrition,
Boomtown.
Sports Life, or
Is that
whatever.
from Letterkenny?
Do you know what they sell? All they sell is mixtures of shakes and teas that are Herbalife.
Yeah.
They just took the Herbalife out of the equation, the name itself, and they just make the actual shakes out of those. They're just sugary Herbalife teas. Herbalife has been sued multiple times, and all they've done is one, settle out of court so they don't actually have to do anything, and 2, they've just taken the specific
Nutrition
name, the
facts.
specific
Yeah.
nutritional facts. Yes, exactly. Out of the, there's a whole episode on Swindell, it's a great podcast, where he
Like
talks
your
about
last
these
name?
people. No,
Like
my last name's Swindell, you ignorant fuck.
Oh.
And the I'm just playing games.
You swindled me, bro.
But no, seriously,
You got me,
I
friend.
can't figure out, because they're nothing. They're just they're why do people go and pay for these
they're
things?
essentially like liquidating the product with a different name.
Because the
Or
way
like-
they sell it is that it helps you lose weight because you're eating less. So ultimately, one of their shakes, as they would call it, which it's not actually a shake. It's
Can we do
mostly
that?
Water.
Can we sell those?
But
and,
they've
like,
gotten
be
around it,
undercover
dude. They
working for-
figured out the multi-level marketing.
Yeah, because
Pitfall.
it's a bunch of filler. So
You
like
get bigger,
drink a
and then you
shake.
collapse because you run out of people who are willing to take part in the MLM, and then it eats itself. But they figured out that you can just open up storefronts and not call it what they originally got in trouble for being called, and people just eat that shit up. It's literally just fucking mixtures that do nothing for you. If you look at the nutritional facts,
Well, they
the
fill you
label
up.
on the back, it's like 250 calories, like 36 grams of sugar and shit, and that's all that's in it. There's no protein or anything well worth spending the $4 it
tricked
is
a
for a
guy.
big fucking glass of this shit.
They're
Whenever
much more
I-
expensive than that.
$8 it is. I mean, shit's ridiculous, man. I mean, I just don't understand. It's like blowing my mind how people fall for multi-level marketing schemes in the first place.
Oh, because
the
they
shit's
get
like
excited.
a stay-at-home
Have you
mom gets
gone to
excited
public
that she
school?
can sell stuff on Facebook or whatever, but it never
Exactly.
works. It never works. It never works. It works for the 1%. Like,
I'm just saying, the public
you just kinda
education,
sound like a 9 to 5
public education
drone.
system doesn't stop us from doing this.
He just kind of sounds like a cringe pilled 9 to 5er.
That's all I've
I'm gonna
ever
go
been.
back to gaming and
all I've
selling my
ever been.
herbal stock.
that's all I'll ever be. But doesn't matter.
But does it really matter?
I see past the facade.
Cut your life into pieces.
I have AIDS.
You already told us.
Come full circle.
Full circle.
How did we get there?
So what's
Herbalife Gauge Jordan AIDS. You heard it here first.
Oh my God!
We settled out of court. That's all
Okay,
right.
never mind.
I knew it.
That's why you
bleep
don't
that
work
out.
anymore.
Yeah, they
We'll
gave me
beat
like
that out.
100. Like
You were the
dollars.
undisclosed settlement that they were talked about in the podcast.
I have a structured
They described you
settlement
to a
and I
T,
need
and we
cash
still didn't
now.
catch on.
Called JG.
Called Urban
Public
AIDS.
education.
Urban AIDS.
They were like, he loves not hate breed type hardcore,
Fuck
but
JG Wentworth.
Okay,
He's
Oh,
got
my
long
breed has
hair.
some
good
JG
stuff.
Wentworth.
All right,
and
hate breeds.
he's a drummer and he
Correct.
has AIDS, and that's who it
He
was.
loves the what's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's?
Yeah.
I like the
That was a good tone, dude.
I like the
What the fuck is up, Herbalife?
I like the Sonic one where the guy's dressed as Sonic.
Oh yes, that yes.
Sonic says, always pee after sex.
Have you seen the shirt? I want this. If anyone wants to give me a birthday present for my 30th birthday, it's a shirt of Shadow and Sonic kissing, and it just says Joe Rogan on it.
It's like one of those good
We'll,
shirts.
Dude.
we'll track this down.
Gage, what's that? Asian,
I know a guy.
What's that Asian like Broadway play?
Dark Souls.
Geisha. No, it's like you see like ads for it.
Shen Yun.
Oh,
Shin
Shin
Yun.
Yun.
You want to
Oh,
kiss
the
under
Irish
the
one
Shin-
that says
I lost my virginity
Yeah.
at Shin Yun T-shirt. You know?
Performing arts show.
What if we kiss it under the Shin Yun billboard?
And we had AIDS.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
As long as that was discussed beforehand, so it's all consensual.
That's correct. Because if you don't say it, you get
It's
in trouble.
not
You don't
spray
get
it.
AIDS.
true.
It only says it when you speak it into existence.
As Magic Johnson.
What if we kissed outside of the warehouse full of Herbalife products that's disguised as a nail salon that's disguised as a prostitution ring?
By the way, I kind of have AIDS. Is that okay?
His eyes sparkled when he
Oh
said
my God.
Put some icy on it.
Is this the latest J.J. Abrams movie?
This is making me feel funny.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Jordan just gets purple hair all of a sudden.
Whoa.
That'd be kind of hard.
This is the newest. What's that TV show that formed the better part of your identity?
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Wait,
Turtles.
You're probably talking about Seinfeld, right?
No, that is not what he's talking about, Kate.
You-
You know what he's talking
Seinfeld.
about.
I do. What
are you
is he
talking
talking
about?
about?
You know Seinfeld's real name is Jerome.
That fucking sucks. Imagine if. Welcome
Jerome
back.
Seinfeld.
Warrior
Jerome.
Angel. Come on, dude.
I'm dead fucking serious. Look that up, Eric. It's Jerome Seinfeld.
Jerome would be.
Jerome.
Wait,
It's
are
a
you
good thing they
talking about
changed it to
Jerry?
Seinfeld. Jerome would be a.
he's talking
shitty-
about Warrior
Jerome
Angel.
Seinfeld.
Okay, Mike, what is
Xavier?
the show? Enlighten
It's
our
Xavier,
audience.
man. You know this.
What's the full title of this show, Mike?
I'm not your slave. You do it.
Oh, damn it. Xavier, Renegade Angel. And it's the best organized production of like just TV time that's ever been put together, and it's still ahead of its time. It still scares the
It's
shit
also
out of people.
90% of Gage's personality.
I say an episode is basically a look into Gage's.
Mike, did you
Psyche.
know for how long
Yeah.
I've been writing, there's actually like a concept album in the future that's loosely based around Xavier for
course it
Anduril.
I can't wait.
It's called.
I'm telling you, the word limit option is still available.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we should probably just mute my shit for a little bit. Like it's an intercom, just press a button and mine's cut out.
Does Anduril have shows planned in the future?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Besides
So,
the
guess
420 show that's happening out at Rainbow Valley Ranch.
420 show, isn't it? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's so good for this crowd. I didn't even like set that up on accident.
Yes.
We were talking about.
You didn't set it up. I did.
I didn't set that
No,
up on
I
accident. That sounds
snuck,
purposeful.
Dylan, I snuck into your body. I crawled up through your, and then I planned the show myself in your skin.
Thank you for censoring yourself.
Why did you censor yourself?
Oh, it's not.
He didn't want to cringe offend all the
No, he was
Adas.
purring.
Oh my bad. I'm getting too old for this shit.
All the e-girls out there.
We've got a kid with
Might need
AIDS
to
over
change your
here.
pants.
Hit me up.
Yeah, Gage does attract those type of girls.
Gage might have just hit the brown note on.
Furries.
Do you see that?
The anti-furry
9
legislation.
Let's just say
Did you see
Gage's
that?
favorite
Yes.
movie
They're like
is
banning
Zootopia.
furries.
Calling animal control. Hey, it hasn't passed yet. It probably will. It's
Animal
Oklahoma.
control.
No,
That's
like actually.
fucking
So
funny.
imagine the
Tase
news
them.
anchor had to say the word furries on live television.
She kept a straight face,
Wait, so
too.
to get a furry out of the
Fantastic.
school, they call animal control.
A
They
representative
don't agree to change or
came up with a bill that would ban people from dressing like furries in public schools. and they would call their parents to like bring them a change of clothes, and if parents don't answer, they're calling animal control.
That's funny
That's
as
in
fuck.
the bill.
That's
They
funny.
probably
as-
don't
I
have
think they should
parents.
wear whatever they want at school. School fucking sucks.
That's funny as shit.
What the hell
And
is
their
a guy
parents
that
pay
won't control-
taxes.
Honestly,
What
if
the
I-
hell is a guy that's used to wrangling possums and shit gonna do with the teenager that's like
He's gonna get scratched.
Spray
dressed
him
as
in the
a
fucking
fucking
face
fox?
with some fucking like wasp spray.
That might
or
be like
something.
a-
He's gonna come.
Have you
No,
seen teens?
he's gonna come
teens
face
these
to
days? They
face
got
with
shit
some
worse than
alphas.
rabies.
Oh,
They're gonna get
shit.
bit.
Yeah, I better not fuck around with any of the betas. The alphas will
He's
come
gonna
out.
fuck around
Can
with.
you
some-
imagine if I was a furry and like they
Yeah,
had to like
pretty
come
easy.
wrangle
I
me
can't
out?
imagine it.
Be like, oh my god,
Easily.
guys, be careful! This guy has AIDS.
Everyone
be
go
careful.
to Jordan's Instagram. It's Jordan
Don't let
Gorath
him-
Drums.
don't let
And
him bite
scroll
you.
down to the picture of him in like an Easter bunny,
Oh shit!
a
It's
onesie.
not an Easter bunny. It's
Hurry and do this before
It's
he
not an
deletes
Easter
it.
bunny.
It's a
It is
wolf.
my furry
Oh,
costume.
that
it's my
actually.
persona,
Oh, it is his
Damn.
first
He
sound.
is an alpha.
Papa Giorgio.
But
Is that your alternate name?
No,
Oh, okay.
I saw it at Dollar General. I thought it was cool, so I bought it.
So
$10.
by
Papa
the
Giorgio?
time
A pizza?
What?
Was that what it was? Was that what you were talking about? You bought a pizza called
No,
Papa
I bought
Giorgio?
like a wolf
Dollar General?
onesie at Dollar General.
Oh.
And now I'm labeled as a furry, and they gotta call animal control and gotta like de-AIDS me or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're gonna
They
have
gotta-
one of
they
those
gotta fix
guys.
me.
Actually, when one of those
He's
guys
been
shows up at the
accused,
show,
folks. He's been accused.
Who is your bruiser?
He's been accused of being a furry.
Who,
Now
Kevin
it's up to
Stitt?
him. It's up to AIDS guy beside me. It's up to him. He's in the room. Is
he in the room with
is
you
the
right
furry in the room with us, Jordan?
Are we doing a seance? Or?
I don't know. Is he part of you
Is
or
this what
not?
this candle's for?
All of a sudden,
It just
you guys
fucking
ever watch
manifests
like
out of
that
me.
Ghost Adventures?
I
with
see
the
a
guy?
tail coming out.
All of a
There it is.
sudden, we felt a strange anomaly
Guys, I'm
going
feeling a
into
little
Jordan's pants.
feral. You could say.
Oh, he's
What
hiking
do
the
you
leg.
want?
And I'll
Put
be
the
like,
leg
with us.
down.
and I'll be like,
I'll
Mike,
hiking that
Mike,
shit
do you
up
see
here.
that on the camera? That little blue
Listen,
light that
this is how
zoomed
dogs
across?
piss.
Oh shit! It just licked my balls.
He's about to spray Gage right now.
All of a sudden,
Gage had AIDS.
A strange anomaly
For
has
In the
me.
taken
shape-
the hot shot.
in the shape of a wolf, walked across the screen.
We see a strange anomaly with a very distinct persona start to wade
And a
across the
butt plug
room.
tail.
It's fursona, actually.
We're now
Something
calling animal
huge.
control.
Was swinging between his legs.
Yeah, drop my
Or-
Insta handle again.
Should I say hindquarters?
Oh, yeah, I should pull that up. I want to do that
Christ.
for both of you guys since they're pretty
DM
active
me.
on Instagram.
I'm a very active
Well, yeah, you're active. You have AIDS.
sexually. DM me.
He said, I'm a very active
e-girls only.
sexually.
Maybe some femboys. I'm open.
Hey-o.
went everywhere.
Don't forget about
That's
the
what-
doggies in the neighborhood.
That's what she
He's
said.
clearing out the whole category on those videos.
Hey, we got to tell Owen to watch out for Roscoe out there. That's
Maybe
He
I
got the
should.
dog in him, boy. He got the dog.
He got that.
dog.
What did dog doing?
Maybe I need the word limit. I'm saying a little bit too much.
What's going on with
I
me?
have backed myself into a corner I cannot get out of.
So thanks for listening to Plug and Plug or
Sparking plug.
Has
Plug
been
and
Sparking
plug.
Plug Docs.
This has been Butt
That
Plug.
has been Anduril.
Plug and Play.
Butt Rock Plug.
Are
I like-
signing off.
I like how we never answered the show question.
Eric,
like, just figure
Eric,
out.
his
Is
space bar. His
Gage
space bar. Cut
planning
that
a
shit.
show.
Yeah, and of course, if you're listening to this and the spring of 2024 is on the horizon for you, then we're going to have as many shows as we reasonably can planned out for you to participate in. So the best way to look out for that is just get in touch with me or the band page. You know, Instagram is really easy. Anduril Music, just at Anduril Music, all lowercase, no space. For me, at Gage Wayland, I try to be super responsive there. And then we got over here, Jordan Gorath Drums, unless he changes it back to J Gizzle D Jizzle or whatever it was.
Furry lover?
Gorath Persona Lover XXD. But anyways, it should still be Jordan Gorath Drums. And over here, well, you were Blue Odyssey Music for a long time, which is Mike's pretty cool like proggy and ambient math rock project that I've actually learned some riffs for and everything. But right now it is at Anduril Mother Mike.
Have to rep both bands.
Fantastic.
Fucking sucks.
Well, you are, Mike, you recently are a new mother. You just had your second daughter, isn't that right?
Yeah, I birthed her.
You did it.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Mike.
Thanks to my wife for the help.
I like this. There's this clip on Xavier.
Let's just hope she doesn't listen all the way to the end, Mike.
Thanks for helping out.
I know she will. I fear for my life.
All right. Well, this has
As long as you
been
make it band practice.
the Spark and Plug Talks.
I might not
You can find us. You can find all of this stuff at the Spark and Plug. You can find all of our studio stuff at Bison Tail. You can find all the concert stuff we do at Pigfest. Okay, you can find that on the website. You can find that on Instagram. You can find that on TikTok. You can find that on Facebook. You can find that on YouTube. We are everywhere. We are at all places. We are inside of you right now. You're listening to us. The metal show that we've been talking about is coming up on 4/20. I don't know the significance of that date. That's just when when everybody was free.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll announce more stuff over in Pigfest. All of our accounts will share it. And we've got a bunch of cool shit coming down the pipeline. This is just one of many bands. Thank you so much to Anduril for coming out today. They've been practicing their asses off, and it really, really will be worth it to go and see them play live because it is a badass show. You want to add something there?
And this has been the dominant
Duo Hour.
All right, all right.